Another way to practice English conversation is to have a conversation with yourself. I will ask you the questions and please answer the questions using complete sentences. So for example, number 1, if I say, do you like to read? Yes. No. Well, that's not a complete sentence. You could say, yes, I like to read. Or, no, I don't like to read. Complete sentences. Do you like to read? Yes, I like to read. Question number 2. What was the last book you read? The last book I read was The Green Penguin by Paffles Prijoles. Question number 3. Have your parents ever read to you when you were a child? Yes. Yes, they did. Or, yes, my parents read to me when I was a child. Or, even more information, yes, my parents read to me when I was a child. They used to read to me all the books from Paffles Prijoles, and my favorite book was The Green Penguin. Question number 4. How old were you when you learned how to read? When I learned how to read, I was 7 years old. Or, for more information, well, I learned how to read when I was 7, but I really didn't know how to read very well. It wasn't until I was about 9 or 10 years old that I could start reading whole books. For example, I started to read all the collection of Paffles Prijoles. I read almost every one of his books. I think I only have about 3 more that I have not read. Now that's a complete sentence with a lot of information. Wonderful way to practice English. And the last question. What grade were you in when you learned to read? Well, when I first learned to read, I was around 7 years old. I was in the 2nd grade. But when I really learned how to read well, I was like 9 or 10 years old. Let's say maybe the 4th or 5th grade. Then I really learned how to read. And I was really excited reading Paffles Prijoles and all his wonderful books. I only have about 3 more books to read. And of course, as you know, as I said before, my favorite book by Paffles Prijoles is The Green Penguin. In fact, I saw the movie and read the book. I read the book about 10 times and saw the movie 3 times. It's a wonderful movie. I recommend you watch Paffles Prijoles, The Green Penguin. And also, don't forget to read the book. Reading the book is sometimes better than watching the movie. And by the way, the next time you're tempted to play some video games on the phone, put the phone down and start to read. You will never regret it because reading will help you with your English vocabulary, and of course you got to learn to read in English. That's even better. Then you really learn English through reading, and reading out loud or listening to books. There are audio books as another way to learn how to read, by listening and reading at the same time, or just going to bed and just letting the audio book go on. Yeah, it might be a little boring, but wow, what an amazing thing is happening in our brains when we allow the audio books to function. Great! Okay, have a wonderful day. Don't forget to read one of the books of Paffles Prijoles. Bye-bye.